this is Alan Smith coming to you from sunny Southwest Florida. Thanks for visiting our website at www.livinginswflorida.com, where you can get all the information you need about finding or buying a great home here in Southwest Florida, or selling your home or finding a great rental income. You can reach me at 239-989-1106, and we also do a daily tour of homes if you haven't been getting it already. We've had some recent interesting conversations with clients over this last week regarding whether or not they should buy or whether or not they should sell, what the future holds as far as income for those that are on a fixed income or those who are on retirement age. With the baby boomers retiring, a lot of questions going on right now in the minds of buyers on which way they should go and things like that. So I thought I would present some interesting facts here just to give you some food to chew on, or food for thought, as you may want to say. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen so you can follow along with me. I know you can read, but sometimes I find folks are easier if they can follow along reading. They much prefer that than to sit here and listen to me jabber. So anyway, let's talk about the real costs of Social Security cuts versus real estate reductions. The real costs of Social Security cuts versus real estate reductions start when investors on a fixed income or those thinking about retiring within the next few years are facing some of the most difficult decisions in decades. Keep working as long as possible in order to build a better nest egg, or try to make do and hope against all odds that your money holds out. It's not really that simple choice, especially with the dual threats of the low interest rates combined with Social Security cuts. In fact, what may initially seem like minor modifications in calculations can actually result in thousands of dollars less over a short period of time. Today, I'm going to compare and contrast the decline in Social Security versus real estate to see what the true cost is of each over time. So let's look at Social Security first. It's not very secure, we all know that. The first and most important thing every American should realize is that Social Security is anything but secure. Contrary to popular opinion, there is not a bank account with your name on it, or all that money you've paid in over the years is earning interest in anticipation of your retirement. It's not there and never was. Instead, current workers fund the financial needs of present-day retirees, or at least that's the idea. Unfortunately, what started out with 16 workers supporting every one retiree has transitioned into the point that in the near future only 3 workers will fund every one retiree. Needless to say, that will result in a very real strain on the earning potential or your future benefit plan. And if that isn't bad enough, Social Security has raised the retirement age now from 65 to 67 and is now considering yet another increase to 69. Just imagine construction workers on the job at nearly 70 years of age, teachers trying to keep control of a rowdy class, and aging emergency workers attempting to hide their declining health at a time when most merely want to play around a golf before lunch. It's not a pretty picture, but even worse, it's also not enough. The savings will not be sufficient to stem the rising tide of benefits despite adding almost 4 years or nearly 10% to the total work life of the average American. Think about it for just a moment. Someone that went to college and entered the professional world at age 25, expecting to retire after 40 years of work at age 65, will now need to work an additional 4 years or 10% in order to start receiving Social Security. For the average worker, this could represent a loss of Social Security earnings of well over $40,000 at today's benefit levels. Combine this for a couple and you have a loss of over $80,000. Except the benefits are also less. For instance, the COLA, or cost of living adjustment, for 2010 was 0 and is expected to remain stagnant to 2011. Sadly, for those retirees on a limited income, the COLA rarely reflects the true nature of their expenses such as health care, food, and insurance, but instead reflects the price-adjusted hedonic rates compiled by the federal government. Still, every little bit counts, and over the years, the average COLA is roughly 2.5%, or around $20 to $25 per month for the typical Social Security recipient. It may not sound like a lot to lose, but over a 20-year span, it could result in over $12,000 loss for just these 2 years alone, and as much as $20,000 after compounding it. So combine this for a married couple, and you have a loss of $25,000 to well over $40,000 Adds up quick, doesn't it? For the sake of comparison, let's examine the loss of Social Security earnings as compared to real estate. Housing prices are definitely down by 25 or even 35% in some areas like here in Southwest Florida. So you can get some great buys here. So let's use the higher rate of 35%. Assuming your modest income couple purchased a house for $225,000 and it's now worth only $150,000, they still have not been impacted as much as a 4-year increase in the Social Security age. Of course, the comparison doesn't end there. Most of the money used to purchase the home was probably in the form of a mortgage, whereas the monies paid into the Social Security fund are not borrowed or leveraged, but actually earned through hard labor day in and day out, time that you can't replace. So it's your hard-earned hours directly in for dollars spent. No leverage there, as in a mortgage. Held on long enough, real estate is likely to be a comeback thanks to inflation. Social Security is inclined to lose purchasing power over that same period of time. Real estate provides numerous tax benefits, whereas Social Security has been hit with increasing levels of taxation, with more expected. Finally, one of the most interesting aspects is simply to compare the average anticipated Social Security check with the average rental income. One well-bought house could equal your entire Social Security check at retirement. Now ask yourself, which can you really count on to be there when you need it most? I know my wife's father and my father's checks aren't even close to what my father's one rental income is. If he rents his one rental house at $1,200 a month, is far more than what his Social Security check is. So there's some real good things to think about there when you're really thinking about what's costing you more money and the Social Security costs versus real estate costs. So now's a great time to buy. Prices have never been lower. The best homes are flying off the market. Interest rates are still down. This is probably the last time in our lifetimes, yours and mine, that we're going to see prices like this. The last time, again, was in the 1980s when we had the savings and loan crisis. I was buying foreclosures and stuff then, so I'm probably fortunate that I get it twice in my lifetime. But for the most part, this is probably our last chance to get in on the bottom floor of some great real estate prices and use it to our advantage through our retirement years. So really give this information some consideration, and I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on the subject. So send me an email at alan@livinginswflorida.com or give me a call at 239-989-1106 and we can chat about it. Or if you're ready to make your purchase for a home here in Paradise in Southwest Florida, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help you. Take a look at the 5 or 10 best buys in the marketplace, send them to you by email, put it all together for you, arrange the rental if you're not going to be using it right away, have everything in a package for you ready to go. So until I see you tomorrow or talk to you shortly on the phone, you have a wonderful sunny day here in Southwest Florida wherever you're at. Bye-bye now.